How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Below Average Wrestling Podcast. My name is Mike.
And this is Jonathan. What's going on, guys? A lot of things happened this week.
A lot of things happened. A lot of great things happened. And one of them, one that really brought a smile to my face. But let's start with that one first. Daniel Bryan has been cleared to wrestle once again.
I know, man. That was awesome. I got, I have the app, so I got the notification. I text you right away.
You texted me right away, and you were the first one to let me know because I was working, and then I saw your text, and I was like, all right, let me see what John wants. And then you sent me the Daniel Bryan thing. I was like, no way. So I went to Instagram. I followed WWE on Instagram, and I was like, no, this is like ridiculous. I was like, that put a smile on my face. I was like, all right,
That's awesome. He's a great performer, bro, and I know that he had been cleared by other doctors outside the WWE. So this is what they were waiting for. But I think that he had been cleared for a while, but they wanted to wait a little closer to WrestleMania so it can be bigger.
Well, apparently, the story is that he got cleared by 3. So he went to the WWE medical team, especially the head guy of the medical team. He went to him about a couple of months ago trying to push for a return because his contract is up in September. So yeah. He was, if he wasn't going to wrestle, he was going to go to Japan or Ring of Honor or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, he approached the WWE medical team and they said, hey, go see this doctor, and we'll clear you if they clear you. Apparently, he got cleared by all those 3 doctors. And the WWE doctor was like, all right, then I guess you're cleared. And I guess that happened Monday night, apparently. Wow. Apparently, it happened Monday night. Where at least when Daniel Bryan found out the news that he's been cleared, at least that's what I've heard. And yeah, they announced it Tuesday, which made sense for them to hold the announcement until Tuesday because that brought in, we're recording this on Wednesday. I saw the ratings for SmackDown today, and that brought in a pretty good chunk of ratings for them. I think they almost hit 3 million or something like that. Oh, wow. Yeah, it brought in a good amount of ratings for them for SmackDown Live. I watched it live. I was like, oh, man, I'm racing home, and I was like, I want to watch what Bryan has to say, and I thought, I was super happy.
Yeah, I was really happy. He's a great performer. I actually just finished watching it a little bit ago. And it was good, man. It was good. He's good with the mic as well.
Oh, he is. He's very genuine.
He's very genuine. So I think he's going to bring SmackDown to a different level if he stays in SmackDown. So,
well, I think he should. I'm going to say
he's going to help it.
Yeah, I think he should stay in SmackDown. I think he's going to help it. I think WWE is still, they still want Roman to be the guy, and I still think that Raw being the A show, I still think, hey, let Roman keep Raw and let that whole thing happen. I think somebody like Bryan should stay in SmackDown and lead that brand. I mean, the guy is super over. He's probably the most over guy since CM Punk.
Yeah,
Stone Cold, CM Punk, somewhere around there. Everybody loves him. I know I think. One of the things I wanted to bring up to you was what kind of schedule are we seeing from Bryan? What do you think we're gonna be seeing from Bryan?
I think in the beginning it's gonna be pretty slow. Probably, I don't think he's gonna go full on. They have to find a story for him. I think.
Yeah, a part of me was at this point, you could kind of make him a special attraction, but then at another point, it's no, you probably shouldn't. I think if he's legitimately cleared. And after seeing SmackDown, I think he's legitimately cleared.
Yeah, he got his ass beat.
Yeah, he got beat. So, so if he's legitimately clear, just remove him from house shows. Don't have him work house shows. I don't think he needs to at this point, and just have him work TV and pay-per-views and kind of keep doing that. But I would limit his schedule. But again, we're not doctors. I know a lot of people. Yeah. I know a lot of people were like, oh, you're gonna watch your head again, or maybe he should change his style. And it didn't look like he did. I think there are gonna be a couple of things that he's gonna change, like that flying headbutt. Please don't do that anymore. That is scary. But again, if he does it, the doctors told him he's okay to do it.
He's cleared. But then again, I'm sure he'll still be careful. Like the same thing that happened to Paige. She was cleared.
Yeah.
And she's back where she was. So I'm just hoping, from the sounds of it, from the looks of it, he's legitimately clear.
He's legitimately clear.
That power bomb was pretty legit.
When he was also doing those drop kicks to Sammy and Owens.
Yeah.
I think he landed on his head a couple of times.
Yeah.
My wife and I were like, "No, Daniel, don't do it."
Dude, I was all like, Emma's. It would suck if that power bomb went wrong.
Oh yeah, and that's it. And that's a wrap for Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I mean Daniel Bryan's probably been my favorite wrestler in the last 5-6 years easy. He was my favorite wrestler. And the guy's awesome. I love the guy. So I'm super happy that he's back. I can definitely see this helping WrestleMania.
Yes.
And SmackDown going forward too. Now that he can actually wrestle. That's why I believe that. I don't think Raw needs him.
Right.
I think SmackDown needs him more.
I think he's coming on a perfect time.
Yeah, he is.
I think, and then the crazy thing is that the superstar shakeup's gonna happen too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's gonna be pretty fresh. I think they'll find storylines for him.
Oh, absolutely.
Right now, the whole storyline is gonna happen with these.
It's gonna have to end at WrestleMania. I think this storyline with Sami Zayn and Owens, just let it end.
It's been going on for almost a year.
Yeah, I feel like it's been going on forever. I think it's gonna end at WrestleMania and it's gonna start fresh. And I think, like you said, the superstar shakeup is coming up soon. I still don't think Bryan is a guy that you should move. I still think that, Raw should belong to Roman. I think that's their plan, and I don't think they're going to change their plan.
And they do have a lot of stars out there, man.
They do. They do.
Miz might take a leave, but I'm just saying they have a lot of people that SmackDown needs some top tier.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up Miz. So one of the things that had been bothering me about the whole Miz and Daniel Bryan rivalry was the fact that I hated the fact that there was not going to be a payoff. Like, I absolutely hated the fact that Daniel Bryan was never going to be able to get revenge on Miz, or there was never going to be that payoff, that match between them.
Miz took his kicks, man.
He took the kicks. He's been doing he's mocking the yes chants, mocking Daniel Bryan. It was just one of those things that I started hating that because I was like, okay, that it's fine if it leads somewhere, but it wasn't leading anywhere. It was just Miz just doing it.
Again, Miz just doing Miz.
Yeah. I mean, he was being a heel, but I felt like for the fans there was no payoff. But now I'm like, you literally have a story that has been going on for years. You probably have the rivalry of the decade with Daniel Bryan and The Miz if they do this correctly.
This might be next WrestleMania.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that should be next year's WrestleMania, Miz and Daniel Bryan. I think the feud that they've been having ever since like the NXT days, when Miz was his coach in NXT and something like that. That was years ago too.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And all the rivalry they've been having, and then when the Miz kind of started talking smack on him on Talking Smack, where he went off, and then the whole yes kicks and the whole yes thing and stuff like that. I think that it's been building for them to actually finish that rivalry, and now I'm excited for it because now I'm like, now there's gonna be a payoff to this whole little rivalry that they were doing.
Good, man.
And it's gonna be good, absolutely. So I am definitely looking forward to a Bryan versus Miz match. I mean, Nakamura tweeted out Nakamura versus Bryan. That should be another good one that we might be able to see in the future. AJ versus Bryan. I mean, anything else that you might want to see from Daniel Bryan moving forward?
Those are good. I think Daniel Bryan and anybody, like I said, he's a good talent, man. He moves around.
I think I texted my brother. I was like, man, Daniel Bryan versus Asuka. Like, Daniel Bryan is ready for Asuka.
I don't think anybody's ready for Asuka, man. But yeah, I think it should be a good match. I mean, with the Miz, if they do build it right, they have a year to do it.
I mean, they have that structure there built pretty much. All they have to do is just
go with it.
Just go with it. They have that story there, and that story's been going on for years. That it can probably go on as being the rivalry of the decade. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not just like. It's not like, oh, they're going to build it for just next year's WrestleMania. This is something that's been building for years between them, Something that they thought was never going to, happen again or, get the revenge that he should have. But, man, we bring out a good point. But, yeah, we are happy that he's back, that Daniel's back. And I know we all know the fans are happy. So this should be interesting for the next couple of years with them. I'm super happy. I can't wait to see what else is going to be. But, again, sometimes I cringe at some of the things that he, like, I know yesterday in SmackDown what he was doing. I was like, oh, don't do that. But then I saw that too. I was like, damn, he's gonna hit his head. Yeah, like I saw him and I was like, oh. But then I started thinking, I was like, we're not doctors. Yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? Like, if the doctor said it's okay for him to go out there and do that, he's been literally like medically cleared. Why can't? And I'm sure he's been training. Yeah, of course he probably has. And everything. So I'm sure he's careful. But man, it's crazy because they were all like, all right, he's clear. Let's go ham on him. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. I was all like,
I saw some previews of what's gonna happen, but I didn't see everything. And then when I actually saw the SmackDown, I was just like, damn, man, these dude, they're ruthless, they whooped his ass. Bro.
Yeah,
I was like, it was ruthless when he put him on the mat, on the corner of the edge of the mat. I was just like, oh crap.
Yeah, that was ridiculous,
dude. What they did to Shane too.
Shane was bad too.
So we all know that I'm sure there's gonna be a tag team match in WrestleMania from Shane and and
that's
Daniel Bryan.
Pretty
against,
much it.
Yeah, Owens and Zayn. So that should be a good match too. So.
Yeah. So I'm sure we're gonna be talking a lot more about Daniel Bryan in the coming weeks. Yes. We're very excited. But let's move on to our other topic, which I actually told you about today. About so the women's, the women's battle royal at WrestleMania was called the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. Well, it got changed just maybe a couple of days ago into the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, right?
Yes, I did not know none of this until Mike actually just informed me of why they changed.
They changed it, because you didn't know anything about Fabulous Moolah. That she was pimping out girls, like she was pimping out girls, dude. I don't know how else to say it. I think, she was. I think she even got I wouldn't say arrested or she got charged with something to do with her daughter. I read something like that too. That's something about her daughter that I think her daughter went through like some surgery or something. Ah, man, I wish I was more prepared for that. But it was something with her daughter, and Fabulous Moolah kind of put her daughter in harm's way, and I guess she kind of got like charged with something like that as well. So she's just, and then the pimping out the lady wrestlers and stuff like that.
You can't hate the pimp, man. You can't hate the pimp.
Can't hit the pimp, right? But dude, yeah, I mean, this kind of, it was a PR nightmare for WWE, I'm sure.
Yeah, man, I feel bad. I was reading about it, and I'm like, why? And then you told me, and I'm like, yeah, because there was a lot of backlash. Yeah. There was a lot of...
I know on Twitter I saw a bunch of stuff, and then Snickers even, because Snickers is the sponsor for WrestleMania, they even sent out, a statement.
Oh, wow.
They sent out a statement about it, and they were saying, we're going to talk to WWE about it. I was like...
no, so it was that bad.
It was that bad, dude. It was that bad.
Also, because WWE has changed their image and has changed the way, because it's more of a entertainment. That's why they changed to entertainment. It's more of a kids.
Yeah. It's a family-friendly show.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
So I think that it was a bad move. WWE is a bad move. Y'all gotta think.
But then that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, who the hell came up with this idea to put Fabulous Moolah on the Battle Royal name? Like,
something crazy though. Okay. They do so much search on their wrestlers, and they take care of them so much that they don't do certain wrong things. And if they do, they boot them out. Yeah. You know what I mean? How the hell did they not? Or like, okay, this girl has some court stuff going on, some stuff that happened to her. Okay, we're gonna name her. We want to name her Fabulous Moolah. Okay, let's look at this person. Let's look at her. What she did in WWE, but. I was like, let's also look around what happened to her in the past. It's like the same thing with Hogan. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why could... I'm like, there's so many people running that show. There's so many people that write it, that come up with the names. It's like, somebody says like, wasn't she a pimp?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like you would think in the meeting room that, hey,
the guy in the corner was like, wasn't she a pimp?
You would think Vince McMahon was like, all right, we're going to name the Memorial Battle Royal against, for Fabulous Moolah. And then you would think somebody in the writer's room would be like, hey, didn't she pimp out women? You would think that, right? Yeah, absolutely. I think you would think somebody in the meeting room would kind of bring it up to Vince and stuff like that. Maybe Vince was like, I
bet you Vince was pissed, bro. You know how he mad as hell,
Well, apparently they were tight. Moolah and Vince were tight, though. So I wouldn't be surprised that it was actually Vince's idea to name it after her.
It's because in the world we live in, bro, you gotta watch out what you say. And everything, because people will be quick to point. You know what I mean? So that's where we live in now, unfortunately. And then with the internet,
you can't hide anything.
You can't hide anything from anybody. So yeah, maybe it was done with a good intention, but sometimes you never know. You do your research, bro. And the thing is that I think they knew. But they were just gonna be like,
I think they do. I think they knew as well.
Out there, see what happens.
I completely agree with you. I think they knew. I mean, it's like, okay, look, maybe the Fabulous Moolah was, did great things for women wrestling, maybe. But you can't ignore the personal thing that okay, professionally, maybe she might have been great, and she might have been a trailblazer for the women for women. But you can't ignore what she did personally, I guess, you know what I mean, or behind closed doors. It's almost like I mean, I don't want to compare it, but it's almost like the Benoit situation, you know, where Chris Benoit was a fantastic wrestler. I mean, literally a Hall of Fame wrestler, if you ask me. But there's no way in hell he's going to the Hall of Fame because of what he did. The last weekend of his life literally changed the whole Chris Benoit name.
So like Chris Benoit technically doesn't even exist.
He doesn't.
In the WWE.
No, he doesn't.
I don't even think they have him in the network. You know how they have like
the matches and stuff like that. I don't think so neither.
I haven't seen one.
Yeah, I don't think so neither.
But yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
What you do in your personal life, it comes out, especially when you work for a big company like that.
Yeah.
That they're so protective of their image. But then again, it comes to this, to that.
Yeah.
You didn't fucking realize that. I was like, oh, whatever.
You would think somebody would realize that, right? I mean, are there any other women that they could have used though? I mean, I've heard around the internet. I was like, man, a couple of people on Twitter was like, oh, what about China? I know she did porn, but I mean, she didn't pimp out girls.
But it's not like you wanted to see.
You know
that.
what I mean?
I don't know. It's everybody's own taste. Never mind. It's up to her. Everybody's taste.
I thought China would have been a good pick, though.
China's
I thought China would have been a good pick, regardless of what she did. You know, with the whole porn industry. I still don't think that warrants her out of you know, of maybe a future Hall of Fame or having her name on the Memorial Battle Royal and stuff like that. She didn't murder her family like Benoit. She didn't pimp out women like Moolah.
She did pass away too, so it's I'm not, you know, I'm saying that maybe it's, you know, it would be a good memorial for her.
Yeah, I think so too. So I mean, that could have been a name.
For now, it's WrestleMania Battle Women's Battle Royal.
Battle Women's Battle Royal.
It's kind of like our name, like hella log.
The below average wrestling That's exactly what it is. All right, well, that's the stories that we have for today, but we're going to move on to our Raw recap. So, all right, so Raw started off with Kurt Angle. I think I have it here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, Raw started off with Kurt Angle, you know, revealing that Reigns was not going to appear. He's suspended, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, he moved on, you know, Reigns comes out, you know, and demands to fight Lesnar. He's going to hold the show hostage and all this stuff. And then some bootleg, you know, marshals come out.
He was supposedly suspended, right?
He was suspended last week. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I saw the marshals, bro.
You saw the marshals? Hey, you know what? At least they got some guys that look like U.S. Marshals. Because sometimes they'll get some weird looking guys that don't look like
small ass dudes.
Not even small dudes. They might get some like 7 foot tall U.S. Marshals. Like, I don't know about that. U.S. Marshals look pretty normal.
These guys were actually look pretty solid.
They look solid. They look like U.S. Marshals, but they handcuffed him. Which, you know, if anyone's ever been handcuffed before, you don't handcuff anybody in the front. You handcuff them in the back. That was their first mistake.
Yeah, that was their first mistake. I just gotta say that, dude, I dislike Kurt Angle's acting so much.
Oh, you know what? It hasn't been good.
It's been very bad. I feel like he's off.
He's extremely off.
Like he's not there. I don't know. I
His
feel like he
promos
forgets his lines.
His promos have been not
back
good.
in the day. His promos were I mean, not great. I mean, great. They were really good. But I feel like he's lost his touch.
Yeah, he has.
When it comes to the promos. So that's why I'm just like, oh my god. So I feel like when he's doing a promo with somebody, the other person has to kind of like carry him.
Yeah, his delivery has just been pretty weird, and it's been all over the place.
Yeah, but anyways, the marshals took him in. They grabbed him by the arm, and he's like, "What? We grabbed my arm?
You grabbed my
arm? I'm gonna beat your ass." So that happened.
They're the cops. They're allowed to, you know, and they read him his Miranda rights too. They had the little piece of paper.
I'm like, first of all, this motherfucker's supposed to know his Miranda rights by memory. He's over here reading them. Like, all right, cool.
You have the right to remain silent.
He was nervous, bro. Like 16,000 people there. He was nervous.
And the millions watching at home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that happened. But bro, that was a beating.
Yeah. So then, you know, the marshals' mistakes. They handcuffed them in the front, so they gave him some wiggle room to beat their ass. And you know, he does. And you know, so what was it after that? Lesnar comes out.
Oh yeah, so he beats him up. They all drop, of course, to the outside of the ring.
Yeah.
While he's trying to take off the handcuffs,
yeah,
Lesnar comes in running and starts beating the living hell.
Beating the hell out of him.
You know those handcuffs were actually real handcuffs.
Oh yeah.
His if you see when they take him into the ambulance, his wrists are red.
Yeah,
they're like really red, and I'm like, oh, that was some. Yeah, well, how many suplexes did he give him?
I remember one.
No, I think he gave him like three.
Three. Okay, I don't remember so many.
Because he came back 3 times.
I was eating, so I might have ducked my head for one while I was taking a bite out of my chicken.
He came back. Yeah, like, I think 3 times.
Oh, okay.
I think the 3rd time he went inside.
Yeah, he went back in.
I feel like Vince was all like, just go one more time.
Just go beat his ass up one more time. No, that's probably what happened. But no, he was out. He beat him up for maybe 2-3 minutes, whatever. I think he used a chair too, right? Did he use a chair?
He did use a chair because Roman tried to grab it, but he didn't grab it on time.
Yeah, and then Lesnar was like, all right, I'm done beating his ass. He went to the bag. He was like, nah, I'm not done. Psych. He comes back out.
Beat his ass. The paramedics come. They put him on the thing.
On the stretcher,
pushes it, and then he's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, he came out. He was playing like peekaboo with the WWE universe. He came in and out like 3-4 times.
He came to make a statement.
He did.
But and he needs to live it up to WrestleMania, so he has to show his face.
Yeah.
But he made a pretty good statement. That was good. I thought the beating was very, very well done.
Yeah, I thought so too. I
think Roman probably deserved it a little bit, but it's all right.
And you like Roman too.
I do like Roman. Yeah. I actually like his promos.
They've gotten better.
Every Monday is way better.
Yeah.
And I hear the audience reaction, and it's leveling out a little bit. You do hear a lot of boos.
Yeah.
But I see what WWE is trying to do, making Lesnar look like the bad guy, the guy that doesn't want to be there, and Roman is holding his own. I think
WWE is really trying this card, and I think that's the only card that they have. I think that they're doing a good job in trying to make Roman the anti-authority, anti-guy. That it almost feels like they're trying to make him like Stone Cold. Now the arrest and hey, I'm gonna go after Vince. And,
yeah.
In a way, it looks like they're kind of trying to do that anti-authority, figure. And it's been fine. I've been enjoying it. I think it's been fine. I don't think it's at that level where the Stone Cold Steve Austin stuff was at, but I think it's been fine. I think that's the only cards they have to play. I don't think. I mean, what else can you do to make Roman look, favorable with the fans? Like. I don't know.
I don't know why they hate him so much, bro. Is it because of the whole Shield situation?
No.
They love him with the Shield, but on his own,
I just think I think
everybody realizes the push that they're trying to do, and they don't appreciate it.
It's the push. I don't think people mind him being on top or being the big dog and stuff like that. I just think, look at now, we have 3-4 years in a row that he's headlining WrestleMania. I think this year it should be Shinsuke and AJ. To be honest with you, I think they should be the ones headlining WrestleMania, not Brock and Roman. I just think the fact that I think a lot of people feel like he's been given a lot of things.
Yeah, and that's probably it. They're realizing it that they're trying to. I think if it was genuine. Like the push, I don't know.
More natural,
more natural. Yeah, there you go.
Organic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it would probably be the reaction towards him would be a little different.
Well, look at somebody like Strowman. I mean, he's super over, but it happened organically. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know if it didn't feel like they were shoving Strowman down our throats.
And Strowman came at it. Oh damn. Came out of nowhere. He was part of the Wyatts, the family. Mm-hmm. He was nobody. Like he was just that guy that came.
The big
to
guy.
Help.
Yeah,
that's it. And look at him now. Yeah, you're right. Organic. That's the word, man.
Yeah, but let's move on to Asuka versus Alexa Bliss, which was the second match of the night. Well, actually, the first match of the night.
That was the first match.
So Mickie James was at her side. So what did you think about the match?
I think it was a good match.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was a good match. Bliss is a good wrestler.
She's getting better.
Yeah, she showed her some of her skills with Asuka, because in order for you to have a good match with Asuka, you have to be good, man.
Yeah,
and because she's good, like she's good. She's like a Nakamura, bro.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a good match. Of course, Mickie James. I don't know what she was doing there, but anyways, they're all best friends.
Yeah, the BFFs now.
And she tried helping. Didn't work, and then of course, Bliss doesn't want to take a loss, like a real loss, so she just walked away. But I think, in overall, the match was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid match. What was it? Oh yeah, so Asuka wins by a count out.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Who comes out? Nia Jax, and she just runs. You know, they just start running around she starts chasing her. That was fun. Later, Angle announces that Nia Jax will challenge Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania, which we all saw that coming.
You know, something I did notice, and something Angle actually did tell her. Okay, so when I was first that whole little thing that they did that everybody was watching, and her and Nikki J were talking. Yeah. I'm like, dude, this is kind of weird that they're letting her body shame her.
Yeah, it is.
That's why because in my head I'm like, dude, why is the WWE making her like a really bad bully? I was like, because she's making literally not straight, but she's making fun of her weight. Yeah, she's a bigger girl and blah blah blah. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's some crazy thing. I was like, why would you do that? And then Kurt Angle told her, she was like, I don't understand. She was like, there's kids that watch this and this and that. Yeah. Why are you being a bully? And then he walks away.
Yeah, and I think that's the point.
That's their cover up, right?
Yeah, that's their cover up. I think it's like it's okay for you to bully someone. I think, but at the end, that person that was being bullied is gonna come out on top. And I think that's exactly what the story they're trying to tell here. I think it's Alexa Bliss is the bully, which is freaking hilarious when she's 5 feet tall, but she's the bully. Nia Jax is the one that's being body shamed like you were saying and stuff like that. But at WrestleMania, she will come out on top.
She's gonna win.
I think that's what the story is gonna be leading, where the bullies lose at the end. And I think that even though they are using a bully storyline, which is kind of weird, with like you were saying with WWE being a family show, and the whole anti-bullying campaign that they run. I think that the end it's the bully will be defeated. I think that's what that's part of the story they're trying to say here.
Yeah, and I think she's gonna destroy her. In WrestleMania.
Yeah, she's gonna beat her ass. But all right, Braun Strowman versus Cesaro, which was funny to begin with. You want to explain?
I thought it was funny the way they chose each other walking into the match.
Yeah.
Sheamus outsmarted Cesaro, but I think Cesaro did a good job.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'm glad, because I didn't want Strowman to completely destroy Cesaro or Sheamus. I didn't know who he was gonna wrestle then, but I didn't want that. I don't want Strowman one-on-one to completely destroy one of them, but he didn't, which is good, because I still think the Bar, even though they're a great tag team, you still want to put them high as individual wrestlers. Sheamus is a former world champ. You still want to make sure that they are, tough individuals, not just, hey, we're just a tough tag team, but not tough individuals. So I thought they did that really well. Obviously Strowman wins by pinfall. But yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was a good match. Cesaro, as they say, he's a very strong dude.
He is super strong,
and he showed his skills, and he showed what he had. And of course, we knew Braun Strowman was gonna come on top. By the way, his finishing move was quick. Did you see how quick he dropped him, bro?
Oh, he does. What is his finisher? I keep forgetting. It's like a power slam, right?
It's something. He puts him on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And just brings him down.
Yeah, it's like a power slam.
It's because he was up on top on the third rope, I think, Cesaro. And I think Strowman either caught him or something, but it was so quick. Like, he literally just grabbed and dropped him, and then 3 counts.
A lot of these big guys are really quick for their size. Strowman is one of them. Luke Harper is another guy.
That's what I was going to say. Luke Harper is quick. I was just watching him.
Yeah, Luke Harper is freaking quick for his size. There's a lot of big guys that are quick for their size, and that's awesome.
They're very athletic. But yeah, Cesaro did a great job. Strowman, of course, took the win.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Revival versus Titus Worldwide. I
hardly watched it. I watched a part of it. I don't know if the Revival are back. So
yeah. I mean, the Revival, said at the end that they're entering the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and that they will win as the first tag team to win the Memorial Battle Royal, which is kind of weird. How do you, like, if there's 2 people left, do you say, hey, okay, ring the bell, we won, or the referee's gonna be like, nah, man, one of you guys gotta go outside?
I'm sure it's gonna happen. Like, if it does, I'm sure it's not, but if it does, 2 people are come out. it's just gonna be like every other one. Somebody's gonna grab him from behind, or something's gonna happen that they're just
I think what this sets up is that they will not be winning, but I do believe they're gonna be at some of the last ones. I think this sets them up as a strong. They're gonna have a strong battle royal, probably the last. Like the last 3, and then one person, eliminates both of them.
Or something like that.
You know what I mean? I could definitely see that. But yeah, fine. Match was fine. I don't know what else to say about the match. Sasha and Bayley versus Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. So Deville and Rose won by a pinfall, which I was surprised, but I guess same time I wasn't, because they need to do something with Absolution. I feel like they lose like every week.
I have a feeling that Absolution's gonna disappear because of Paige.
Yeah, I think it's getting to a point where if Paige can't wrestle, but you know what, Paige is really good at the mic. So I mean, even though she can't wrestle right now, it'll be cool to kind of keep her around and be a mouthpiece.
Right now they have her as a manager or something.
Yeah, she's like the mouthpiece of Absolution. She's a manager. She's the mouthpiece. I say keep her around and something like that. But the match was okay. It was good.
It was a cool. They're trying to make the whole Sasha and Bayley that they're not agreeing. That's I guess the reason why they lost, because they weren't what is it, concorded together the same. Or,
they weren't the same team.
Yeah, they weren't the same team. So
yeah,
it was all right.
Yeah. And then John Cena continues to call out the Undertaker. So. This was funny, but it's getting to a point where it's getting okay. So last week I loved it. I loved it last week. This week was a little bit rough. Like I don't know how I felt about this week's. I thought that it felt too cartoony at times. But it also felt like I was like, okay, now it's like it's getting like too much like I don't know, like the mystique of the Undertaker is the dead man, the Undertaker. But now I feel like they're humanizing him a lot more now. And I don't know if I want that. Because
that's what Cena's doing.
Yeah, that's what Cena's doing.
Now I don't even know if what he says is scripted though, because Cena and The Rock are two of the only individuals that can say whatever they want on the mic.
They could probably get away with it. I think it was scripted. But I bet if Cena were to, say something in there, I think they wouldn't mind. Cena is, Cena can get away with everything.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the red big machine came in and choke slammed him and didn't say anything, and that was it.
Which to me it makes sense. I don't know about you, but I mean, storyline wise, it's his half brother. So it made sense, and I guess apparently they're gonna have a match next week, Kane versus John Cena.
Oh, it was next week. That's why I thought it was this week, because I saw it, but I didn't read it. I'm like, wasn't it supposed to be a match of Kane and Cena? And then I was all like, oh no, it's probably till next week.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing was fun. I mean, I liked it. I liked the whole promo, and I liked the whole thing. But I just feel like they're starting to humanize the Undertaker a lot more, and I think that's that's definitely what they're doing. But I personally don't know if I like that. I like the mystique of the Undertaker. I like the dead man.
I get it.
I don't want him to be human. You know what I mean?
We don't want to know that he's deadlifting on his wife's Instagram.
We don't want to. I don't want to know his Facebook account, or you know what I mean. Like he's I don't want to know that he's not from Death Valley.
He was always that dark side.
Yeah,
that's what the Undertaker was. You mess with him, you're gonna get your ass beat. But
yeah, and so it's I'm enjoying it, and I think Cena's doing a really good job, and I think they're all doing well. Cena obviously, because Undertaker hasn't done anything yet, but I think Cena's doing a good job with what he's been given. But again, I don't know if I don't know. It's starting to get weird for me.
I have a feeling that the Undertaker's just going to show up at WrestleMania.
You know what? I read that somewhere. I feel like I read that somewhere.
It just came to me. I was all like, the Undertaker's going to stay quiet, and he's just going to come to WrestleMania.
That would be cool. I would dig that. Okay, so I read it. Well, I didn't read it like, hey, it's gonna happen, but I read it as somebody. I think it was like a fan, like a fan speculation, and it was like, it'd be cool if John Cena's just in the crowd, with the fans, and he's eating popcorn and stuff like that, and then you hear the Undertaker's dong, dong, and then he comes out and he's like, all right, let's do it.
That might happen because I don't know. I feel like when Cena talks or when anybody talks to you, how everything's scripted. Mm-hmm. Everything has a purpose. Yep. So like he did say that he was going to be in the crowd chilling with everybody.
Yeah.
So it might happen like that. And I think That would be awesome. Like
I think that would be so cool,
like
super cool.
That
it'll be so
WrestleMania, that WrestleMania moment, that one like oh my, like kind of like the Hardys came out of nowhere, nobody knew they were coming type of thing. I think that's something that would be cool, man. That would be awesome.
Different.
Just hear the dong, everybody
yeah.
just going crazy, bro.
I mean,
actually, I just got the chills, man. I love the Undertaker, bro.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, you do have the chills. Look at you. Are you cold? You need a blanket?
No, I actually need some tissue.
You need some tissue
right now.
But yeah, I mean, so I don't know where they're going with this, but you know, they're going with it somewhere. Yeah. The Miz and the Miztourage versus Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. What did you think about this whole thing? I don't think I watched this. Where was I?
I watched it. I watched part of it. Well, what happened? It was Luke Gallows against them, and it was a good match. We all knew that Finn Balor was gonna win. So I guess they were wrestling and everything. At the end, the Balor Club came in as a win. Yeah. But I guess the Miztourage started beating on him I think it was Balor.
Oh yeah.
And then Seth Rollins
comes to the rescue,
doing commentary.
Okay.
Was he? Or was he in the back? I don't know.
He was doing commentary. Yeah, he was doing commentary. Right.
He comes running to save him, and he, and then they just face off at the end.
You know, I'm a lot of times I'm like bad at watching like Raw and SmackDown just because I watch it live. I watch it when I come home from work, and I start watching it live. But I'm always watching it, and then I have my laptop right in front of me. So I'm either doing some work or I'm either studying, but I have it on my television, and I have it good volume. I'm listening to it, but I'm also doing other things, you know.
I feel you, man. It happens. Sometimes you miss stuff.
So I'm like, did I watch this match? And I remember, I was like, okay, I do remember the end part. I do remember, and I had it on. I was right in front of me, or I might be eating, you know, I'll be eating here on my dining table, and I have the TV, you know, on, you know, I have it flipped towards, you know, aiming at my dining table, and I'm eating, but then I miss a couple of things here and there, you know, while I'm taking a bite out of my food or something, you know,
like the Suplex City,
yeah, I missed like 3 suplexes apparently, you know. So yeah, I thought it was I don't remember too much, but I remember the end, and you know, yeah, I mean, let's move on. I don't know what else to say.
It was a good match. I didn't see this.
Okay, I did. And I actually paid attention to it. So the Bray Wyatt versus Matt Hardy Ultimate Deletion, I freaking loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was awesome.
I saw part of it, bro.
Okay,
he's hilarious, man.
It's super over the top. It's exactly what it should have been. It really is. It was super over the top. It was in a low production-ish.
Yeah.
But also you also can tell that there was some WWE production-ish. Like I liked it a lot. I really did.
I'm sure that's what they were shooting for.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was for everybody. My wife didn't really like it. She was like, I don't really like it. And I was like, well, did you watch the Matt Hardy in the TNA part when he was adult? And I don't think she did, because she's more of a WWE fan than she would watch like a TNA or New Japan or anything like that. She likes NXT, she likes WWE, and that's pretty much all she watches.
So the thing is, like, I was never a big TNA thing, so I've heard of this character that he does portray, and but I've never really seen it live, like this whole the compound and everything.
Oh yeah, the Hardy compound.
I'm thinking that this match, in my head, I've never seen anything about the compound or whatever, is gonna be kind of like Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton at that house.
It's more over the top.
Oh, okay.
It's silly, but I liked it. Like it was good. I liked it. It was yeah. I actually had a lot of fun. It was a main event. It ran for like easy 15 minutes. It looked like, you know. So they had all his you know, the Matt Hardy characters. You know, they had his wife, Queen Rebecca, his 2 sons, Senor Benjamin, which is like the landscaper guy. I don't know. He's something like that. I don't remember what he was. But they had all the characters, and they had Jeff Hardy make a cameo, you know, as Brother Nero, which was his character during.
He did a cameo.
He had a cameo.
Why? Wasn't he in jail?
Well, he was like drunk driving or something. No, but it was very small cameo. It almost looked like Bray Wyatt was like hallucinating.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, he wasn't, but it looked like he was. And I mean, watch it when you have a chance. I really,
I'll probably
really
go home
it.
and watch it right now. Yeah. I did see that, but because in other news, something about that he got arrested for drunk driving.
Oh, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy got arrested for drunk driving. I think it was like, I don't know how many offenses. And then I guess they went to his home and they found some they found a bunch of coke.
Did they really?
I think so. Or unless it was last time.
Maybe it was last time.
I read it, and I said that he did get stopped for drunk driving. They took him to jail, but he posted bail and he got out. But that's what they were saying, if this was going to make a impact to his career, because it's happened before. And you know how WWE has all these policies and all this stuff.
I know about the drunk driving thing. I don't know about the coke. We'll have to check that out. But the drunk driving thing I know for sure is real. Yeah, he got pulled over and stuff like that, and he got taken to jail for...
In his 2016 Cadillac.
2016 Cadillac. Look at that. But the Ultimate Deletion, I thought it was weird, but I loved it.
I saw part of it.
That's what it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be. It's okay. When you watch it, go into it knowing this is gonna be the freaking weirdest thing you're gonna see.
Wait, but it's okay. I not watch it though, because I watched the whole thing on yesterday, the Monday Night Raw, because I watch it on Hulu, guys. So I'm able to rewind and go back. I didn't see it.
Bro, I don't think it was on Hulu. I think they skipped it on Hulu. I think I read something like that.
See, that's the thing. I went through. You know how I told you that I can fast forward and I can see the pages.
Yeah.
And before I come here, I always at least just see, like, I know I watched it, but I just want to recap on it.
Yeah.
And I'm able to see all the matches, and it wasn't on there.
Bro, I think.
So that's why I was all like, where did this come from? Because in my head, I thought this was gonna be like for some reason I thought it was gonna be like a WrestleMania or something.
I thought so too.
I thought so too, but I'm like, WrestleMania is more of them being in there, not than somewhere else.
Not
so
on
like,
TV.
No. So that's why I was all like, why didn't I watch this? I didn't get to watch it.
And apparently the live crowd got something else. The live crowd didn't get to watch it either. The live crowd got Elias versus Braun Strowman.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the live crowd got Elias versus Braun Strowman, and they got Ronda Rousey.
But the live crowd, but not even
not TV. No, TV. We got the Ultimate Deletion. That was our main event, and then Raw went off the air.
No wonder I did see, because I told you I read a bunch of articles and stuff. I saw Strowman. He had Elias like this, and I guess he was about to smack him out. But like, I didn't watch this.
Yeah, no, that was only for the live audience.
And then they got Ronda.
And then they also got Ronda, which was, again, those two things were not televised.
What was Ronda doing?
She was gonna say something, and then Dana Brooke comes out and says, blah blah, you need to get back in the line and stuff like that, and then Ronda just like beats her up, and that's it. Or she does like a suplex or something like that.
So Dana Brooke is a jobber now.
Pretty much, she was just there just to. It was more than it was more because WWE didn't want to give that crowd a Snickers anymore. They wanted to make sure Ronda was there because last week's crowd was pissed.
Dude, but the thing is that why would they do that? Would they usually televise these things? At least to them, at least to watch the Ultimate Deletion.
I think this was just meant. Well, the Ultimate Deletion, I think wouldn't
because it looks better when you're watching it on TV.
Yes, it would have been ridiculous if it would have shown it on live for the live audience. I don't think it would have worked for the live audience. I think the live audience would have been like, that's it. I think it made sense for them to do the Strowman versus Elias match, and then for also them to do that little dark segment with Ronda Rousey, which it was just a simple segment. I don't even think it didn't contribute to the storyline for the WrestleMania storyline. So it was just more of a, hey, here's Ronda, guys.
They're filling in.
It was like, here's Ronda, guys.
Stop crying. Here's Ronda.
Yeah,
say
exactly.
Hi. All right, peace out.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. So that's why it didn't have to be on TV. Oh, okay. But no, the Ultimate Deletion,
I didn't know that. See, so maybe Hulu did take it out.
I think it's not on Hulu. I'm gonna say it's not on Hulu.
I'm gonna look it up then.
Yeah, but I loved it. It's silly. It's freaking weird. It's over the top, but it's exactly what it should have been.
I love his laugh, man. Yeah, and then he stands for like a minute. Like, when is this fool gonna finish?
Yeah, it's funny, but all right. So then we're gonna move on to. We're gonna move on to SmackDown Live. Hey, we're on schedule right now so far. Look at that.
It's lit, guys. It's lit.
It's lit right now. All right, we're gonna move on to SmackDown Live. So we start off with Daniel Bryan, which I was saying earlier, I was racing from work to get here on time because I wanted to see. He
needs to cut his hair though.
Nah, man, he said let it grow again. But it was an awesome moment. I thought the beginning of SmackDown was great. Daniel Bryan talked about, it was very emotional too.
Yeah, you can tell he was.
He was super emotional. He was thinking, he almost cried when he was thanking Brian.
I thought he did. His eyes got super
watery.
And
I think as both of us being married and stuff like that, we understand that we understand the importance of our parents, but I think we understand the importance more of our significant other, which they play a humongous role in our day-to-day lives. More than now as adults, more than our parents.
Yes, I get emotional when I talk about my significant other, because you go through life and they're there with you. Yeah. Anything you do, any decision you make, they're always backing you up, So
I'm sure he was thanking his mother and his sister, and I think his dad passed away. So I'm sure he was like, hey, I love my family. But I think, he really choked up when he was talking about Bryan and her encouraging him to keep going forward and to fight for his dream and stuff like that. And like I was saying, like, both of us being married, it resonates a lot more. Yeah. It resonates a lot more.
I shed a little tear when he
I was like, man, that's awesome. It's your wife is always, she's gonna try to support you for everything, and you could really tell. And I thought that was
it was moment. I think that it was a good speech. It was really good, and I'm glad that they gave him the time they did to be able to talk to the crowd, let them know what's going on, and just letting them know, and then technically telling them that he'll be at WrestleMania.
Pretty much.
In a way.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the crowd told him.
Yeah, the crowd was pointing at the sign.
Yeah. So, dude, it was good, man. I really liked it. I was really excited. I can't wait. Even though we already did talk to him, talk about it, but he needs to cut his hair.
No,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I like his baby face, bro. I like when he shaves and he has short hair.
Oh, okay.
He looks so young.
He look so young.
He looks like a different person.
He does look like a different person.
He looks right now the way he looks. Like, he looks older. He looks like he's about to hit 40.
But look at the T-shirt merch, like the beards.
Yeah, I get it. And that's why. But when he was like shaved and like clean cut, like I don't know. He looks like a different wrestler. Bro.
He does. He's
a totally different wrestler.
Yeah, it probably knocks off like 20 pounds.
And I don't know why I'm hitting on the beard. I'm a big beard person. I've always had beards, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the hair.
Nah, I love it, man. Let it grow. Everything, let it grow out. Have it be like his WrestleMania when he won the championship. That long. Yeah, it was like shoulder length easy. Yeah, it was crazy. But it was a great segment. Yeah. I loved it. Let's move on. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev.
Is this the second time? Didn't they wrestle like 2 weeks ago?
It feels like it.
Because he wrestled AJ, right?
Yeah.
Rusev last week.
Last week. Yeah. It was fine. Nakamura obviously defeated him. Now English and Rusev started attacking Nakamura. It looked like AJ was gonna try to get physical and try to help out. He was taking his damn time.
He took his damn time taking off that fucking.
It was like half a vest.
It was the damn vest, and he took like 30 minutes to take it off. And he looked at what is it? Not Byron, the other guy that's right there, and he was just looking at him. He's like, "Oh, here," and then he's like, "Hold my stuff." Right. Bro,
took forever. But then Shinsuke, beat up, Rusev and English, and kind of saying like, "I
don't need you."
Now, okay. So during the weekend, we I don't know if you read, but there was like rumors going around that AJ might be injured.
For real?
Yeah, there's a rumor going around that AJ might be injured, that he got injured during the weekend. So when I didn't see him get physical, I was like, maybe it's true. Maybe they're just trying to hide it, or maybe they're trying to come up with plan B, or what. Or maybe they're just trying to avoid any physical thing with him until WrestleMania. Maybe have him rest for like the next 3 weeks, have him not do anything. But don't know if it's true. Don't know if he actually got injured, or don't know if it's actually just just a work and stuff like that. But I feel like if it was fake, they would have hinted at it, and they didn't. So I really do believe that something happened, and there might be some
maybe
injury.
in a live show or something. He got.
It wasn't a live show. It was during the weekend. It was during a live show. So I'm assuming that he is.
Well, let's
injured.
hope it's nothing big, man.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be a good match.
I agree. I mean, to me this is the main event, and if he is injured, dang, that sucks.
Yeah, because I think he deserves to go in 100%.
Yeah,
because I know Shinsuke is gonna go in 100%.
Yeah, Shinsuke's 100%.
Even though we know my prediction is that Shinsuke is gonna win. But still, they want to give the best match ever. Yeah. It's considered a dream match.
It is.
So let's hope he heals up and gives us what we deserve.
Come on, AJ, give us what we deserve. But so he didn't get physical, so I was a little concerned with that. But maybe they're just saving him. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I really like Nakamura versus AJ. The story that they're building. I love the fact that he's saying, like Nakamura's like been really like, I like it a lot. Oh, there was a backstage segment too. I gotta remember what it was. Where was it? Let me see if I can find where it said it. But it was a backstage segment with Nakamura and AJ, and he was like, come WrestleMania or something like that. And AJ was like, I know, you're gonna beat me or something like that. And then Nakamura was like, "You have to be more confident than that," or something. Dude, I was cracking up when I saw. I was like,
his English got better.
Oh yeah. His English is fine. And I thought it was great. I was like, "Oh, Nakamura, that was awesome." I really liked the story that they're trying to tell. They're trying to say Nakamura wants 100% AJ. AJ's like, "Okay, I'm gonna give you 100%." Nakamura's like playing head games, but it's not like it's not like a heel versus like a heel versus face thing. They're both faces, but they're playing really good.
No, there's a lot of respect.
Yeah, respect.
There's a lot of respect in it, so it's not kind of like in any other what's it called, like heel against face or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles would have helped Rusev and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like but it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's like a mutual respect kind of thing, and they're just like, okay, the best and the best.
Yeah,
that's
best versus the best.
For.
Yeah,
the best, and whoever is the best wins.
Yeah.
So that's what they're like, making it solid. I get what you're saying, and I really like it. It's gonna be a good match, man.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, to me, I think that is gonna be has to be the main event, even though I'm sure it's gonna be Roman.
It's not gonna be the main event, but to me, this is the main event.
It's gonna be a very good match.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of good matches in WrestleMania. Actually,
it's a full card. I don't know what they plan on doing.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Full. I'm gonna sit there for 5 hours,
bro,
not wanting to move.
Order pizza. I mean, I don't know, man. But okay, so next match: Ty Dillinger versus Baron Corbin.
I actually skimmed through it.
It was bad. Baron Corbin and I don't know who botched the finish, but one of them botched the finish.
I think it was. I don't think he had him up right.
Okay, somebody botched that the finisher, Baron Corbin's finisher, and he had to do it again. It was just a messy match. It was not good. I didn't care for it.
I didn't like it. And Baron Corbin's, unfortunately, since he lost the Money in the Bank thing, he's been going down.
Yeah, he's been going down. I think they have to do something else to rebuild him. Yeah. I mean, I think he's fine. They have to redo something with Baron Corbin. He's
a good wrestler. He still has a little to learn, but he's cool. He's a big dude. He's strong. He's dominant. Mm-hmm. He has his character, Lone Wolf. He's all about himself. He's good, but I think that they should have pushed him more of a meaner.
Something is missing.
Something like they've been doing to the Bludgeon Brothers, that they're making them, people fear them, kind of like mean, and he's that type of character. So, but I don't know why. I don't know what they've been. I don't know, man. He was going good, but he's been going downhill from now.
I don't know what.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on.
What you got in Charlotte Flair versus Natalia? That was actually a good match.
It was actually really good. But you know what? They botched a lot of stuff. I felt like they botched a couple of things here and there, but I felt like it was a good match. I thought it was fine. It probably was the longest match on SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was pretty long. I was all like, this is pretty long. But, you know, you got Natalia. Natalia's a very, very good wrestler. Technical wrestler.
She is.
She's same thing with Flair. So I thought, of course, we knew Flair was gonna take it. But what you got on Carmella?
Well, actually, no. Natalia beat her.
Wait! Yes, I remember she beat her because she caught her off guard.
Yeah.
But how did
it was Carmella.
Was it because of Carmella that she caught her off guard?
I think. Wait.
Oh wait, yes.
Was it Carmella?
Carmella? No. Yeah, it was Carmella. The Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but I thought that was after.
So they were both on the ground because Natalia took her from the third rope, a suplex. I think, was it a suplex? I think she threw her down. They both fell and they both hit, but nobody covered anything. If Natalia would have covered, Natalia would have covered, she would have won right there. So they were both on the floor, and you hear the music.
Oh, that's right.
She runs in, does her little thing, touches what's her name to see if she's like down.
Yeah.
And then she gives the
briefcase.
The briefcase. She comes back, but what's her name is already up.
Yeah. I remember that. She kicked her in the face or something like that.
Yeah, she kicks her.
Natalia goes from the back and rolls her up.
Rolls her over. Yeah. Yes, there we go. That kills. So this is how you know that Asuka's gonna win. They just.
I definitely know.
Yeah, I know you know, but I'm just saying, like, for people that are like, oh no, right? They're killing her momentum.
Mm-hmm.
That's what just happened. They killed her momentum. And Natalia killed her momentum. Natalia hasn't even been around lately. She just came out of nowhere, just beat her. And she beat her fair and square.
She did.
She did. I mean, it's not her fault. She didn't call unless they were saying that
they worked together.
They worked together and all this stuff to distract her. And she didn't even cash in.
Yeah.
They didn't ring the bell.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was funny. Now the whole Carmella thing, I'm really upset about the fact that she's not going to cash in her Money in the Bank. That she's going to fail to cash it in. I think that I don't know, man. I don't know. I know we've talked about maybe her trying to cash it in on Raw for the women's championship, but again, now that we were kind of bringing up the whole bullying thing with Alexa and Nia Jax, I think the WWE wants to finish that as in, the bully failed, and then the person that was being bullied has won. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Another thing that I actually read on the internet that, again, fan speculation was how about Carmella just doesn't do anything at WrestleMania and cashes in on Nia Jax on the Monday after WrestleMania.
See, that wouldn't be bad.
That would be cool too.
And then the Monday after WrestleMania is it's the biggest Monday.
I also heard another fan speculation, which I actually really like this one. One of the fans was like, how about you have Carmella just keep the damn briefcase and it's getting close to Money in the Bank? Because once Money in the Bank comes, she loses it, right? Like once Money in the Bank comes, she loses the briefcase because it gets taken to somebody else. So one of the fans was like, how about she keeps it. The first women's match, she tries to cash it in and she fails, and then she fails to cash it in, and then the following match is maybe the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and then she wins it, and then she cashes it in for the following, Dude,
I feel like this is a lot though.
It's a lot. I hope I'm explaining myself correctly, but I thought that was hilarious. I thought that would have been so funny.
What's funny how people like us were like, wait, well, how can she do it? You know what I mean? And you come up with a lot of things. Yeah. So, but that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that would be hilarious. But no, she's definitely losing it at WrestleMania. She's gonna fail cash in. I think that's what they're going for. Jimmy Uso versus Harper. It was fine. It was fine.
He did dominate over Harper. Dominated over him. But I wonder, because they haven't said anything about the Usos, so I wonder if they're just building this to be a three-way.
Oh, I think so.
And I don't know what would happen, because from what they're making it look like is that these dudes are unstoppable.
Yeah, they are making it look like it.
So that's the thing, because literally in Fastlane, 2 dudes took down 5 people.
Yeah.
In other words, that's how they're trying to make it. Yeah. Trying to make it look like these dudes are, and they destroyed them.
Yeah, they
technically.
Did. They did.
So that's why I don't know. I'm sure that's what they're gonna end up doing. It's gonna be the Usos and the New Day against the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah. And New Day.
Yeah, the New Day.
And New Day too. But it was a fine match. Harper can move. I like Harper a lot.
His quickness is like scary. Yeah. Because it's like Strowman's quickness.
Yeah.
So it's
he's freaking awesome. I like him. Jinder Mahal promo. I don't remember this again.
That was
was it? I don't remember.
Jinder Mahal is just talking smack like always, and then Rude comes out. I kind of skipped, and then I saw Randy come in.
And I might have just not paid attention.
Randy told him to shut up, and he said that he told him that the only reason why he wins is because his the little guy. So what Jinder ends up doing, he literally grabs what's his name?
Oh, it's
oh my God, Sunil,
something like that, right?
Sunil. He grabs them and throws I remember that them. Part. He runs out, and they both try to do their finishers on him, and so it was they're just piping it up.
Yeah, they pretty much confirmed the triple threat for WrestleMania 2, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I hope the match is good, because the program has been okay. I haven't been really like, it's been one of those programs where I've been like, all right, it's there, but I haven't really been paying attention or caring too much, I guess you can say. And I liked all 3 men involved. I like them a lot. But
I think it's going to be a good match.
I hope it is.
Well, of course, I'm sure Rude is going to take it. So
yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see.
I don't know, but then again, I wasn't expecting Orton to take it at Fastlane. Yeah. So I have maybe Raw has it on. Maybe, I don't know. They're probably not certain. You never know.
Yeah. All right. Naomi and Becky Lynch versus Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. So Becky Lynch and Naomi defeated the Riot Squad. It's a fine match. Nothing too special. Nothing stood out. It was Just the match. I mean, they're all gonna probably be involved in the WrestleMania women's battle royal.
Yeah, these are the women that are gonna be involved in the whole ex Moolah Royal.
Ex Fabulous Moolah Royal. And let's move on to the final segment of the night. Daniel Bryan calls out Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So, with Zayn and Owens beating the hell out of Shane McMahon, there had to be some repercussions for them. They beat up their boss. So Daniel Bryan made a lot of good points. Hey, I was on you guys' side. I wanted to see you guys succeed. I wanted to see you guys do good. But you guys got everything you guys wanted. You guys got a headlining match at WrestleMania against each other. A childhood dream come true. You guys had got Shane McMahon to leave. To take a vacation. Admitted he was wrong. Yeah, he was wrong. You guys got everything you guys wanted. Yet you guys still found the need to beat his ass up. You know what I mean?
I know this is all like how can I put it, like everything's scripted and everything, but I'm not gonna lie, they did some damage on this dude on Shane.
Oh yeah,
they did some damage, and then they tore Daniel up, man.
I was kind of getting bored with this whole Zayn and Owens thing, but now like it's getting better. Like the last couple of weeks has gone really, really good with them, and I think that they've gone way better as heels. And now they're like legit people that like it's good to hate. Like I don't know how
they're love to hate people. That's what both are.
Yeah.
And I think this whole Shane McMahon thing has helped them a lot. So they're good, man. They're good wrestlers. Both of them are very talented wrestlers, and they deserve to be in WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
And I think that it's going to be a good match. My speculations is that I think it's going to be Shane McMahon with Daniel Bryan against Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're going.
I think that they're going to wrestle their asses off.
Oh, I agree.
I think because now if adding Daniel Bryan onto I'm sure they will, because they jumped on this. He's cleared right away, bro. Right away. Be like, all right, let's whoop his ass on Tuesday. He's going to be in WrestleMania next Tuesday. We're going to say it or something like that. But yeah, man. It's gonna be a good match. I think Shane is WrestleManiac person that whatever match he's in, he does a great job.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan is a great wrestler. He's coming back, so I'm sure he's gonna go all out.
He's gonna go all out.
And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens never disappoints. So I think it's gonna be one of the matches to remember. I think it's gonna be one of them. I'm looking forward to it, and now mostly because of Bryan, to be honest with you. Yeah.
But I'm gonna be looking forward to that match. But okay, so they had to have some repercussions. So Bryan is like, okay, I'm gonna have to fire you guys. So they pretty much get fired, right? And then they start walking out, but then they start attacking Bryan, before they completely walk out of the ring. Bryan fights back. He drew a humongous ovation. It was freaking great. He got the drop kicks to the corners. He got that, and then he was starting the whole yes kicks. And then he was gonna do that last one, and then Sami came in, and they just kind of annihilated him. Sami did the haluva kick, which looked brutal. Yeah, that kick to the face looked so good.
I sometimes feel like, how you have to be precise not to hurt the wrestler. I sometimes feel like he be tearing these people's faces up, bro.
Dude, the haluva kick looks so good. Like it really looks like.
I love how he hangs his leg after. Oh, he just hits him and he's all like, he just hangs his leg, bro. Yeah. So that's pretty good. So, but I'm actually glad that they gave Daniel Bryan that opportunity for him to show that he still has it.
Oh, yeah.
To fight back.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like the whole Shane thing, he just got his ass beat. He didn't fight back. But again, given the fact that he's coming back into the ring and he could actually move in the ring now. Yeah. They're all like, all right, maybe in the middle of the beating up, you come back and do your thing. You know what I mean? So I thought that was awesome. I thought that
I loved it. I loved it too. But I knew where this was leading. I knew that he was going to get beat up because they need to build that story. So then now Owens and Zayn have beat up both, men in charge of SmackDown. Daniel Bryan as the GM and Shane McMahon as the commissioner. So now, both guys that run SmackDown, SmackDown, have been beat up. You know what I mean? So I loved it. I mean, that powerbomb looked brutal.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
Oh, dear God.
Dude, they're going to break his back. But then again, I saw that he did throw him a little further into the mat. You know, I think most of his back was on the mat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, because if he would have done the edge, bro, because I've seen sometimes they be, I don't know if they don't notice it or whatever. They just hit him on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
They got to check him out after the match.
Somebody help him, right? But yeah, that's how SmackDown ended. And I mean, what did you think? I mean, any final thoughts?
I think that the two Raw and SmackDown were actually pretty good this week. Yeah, I believe that its reason being is because we're getting closer and closer to WrestleMania. Yeah, so I think that both shows have to live up to WrestleMania. So I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of interesting matches, interesting promos coming up.
Some ideas are being cleared up a little bit.
We're gonna see what Daniel's job is going to be in WrestleMania, but we pretty much, our prediction is that he's going to be in a match with Shane
wrestling for sure.
And all these guys. So
I mean, now leading up to Mania, the obviously a lot of things have my mind with the Daniel Bryan and stuff like that, but and I really am digging the whole Roman Reigns and Lesnar program, but one that I'm gonna really pay close attention to is probably the Cena Undertaker, just because I loved last week, and then this week I liked it, but I was like, man, they're going somewhere that I didn't expect. So that's going to kind of catch my eye now. So this next couple of weeks, I think I'm going to be paying close attention to that. It's
unpredictable. We that's one of the things that, because we usually know where it's going. Yeah. So I'm like, Undertaker, I don't know. I was like, because they still, from what I heard, it's still got a backup for Rey Mysterio.
Really? I don't think so. I think it's a done deal with Taker. Yeah. I just think the storyline is where I didn't expect him to be taking it. I think that's the only thing that surprised me so far.
But I would love if it would be a surprise.
Oh yeah, but I think at this deal with all the shit talking that Cena's been doing to the Undertaker, there's absolutely no way that the Undertaker is not going to be there. Yeah, no way, no way that this match is not happening.
Well, we gotta. Yeah, I think that's one of the only ones that you want to pay close attention to. Yeah. And what do you think about, before we go, the Miz? I know the Miz is going to lose the championship, but is he going to lose it to Balor, or is he going to lose it to Rollins?
I hope he loses it to Balor.
I think he is, because of the whole thing that they're saying that Rollins might move to SmackDown.
Okay. And I do think Miz will lose it, because obviously his baby. He's probably going to paternity leave for a couple of weeks or months and stuff like that. So I do think that he will be losing it, and I do think Balor will be the person to lose it to. I like it.
I think that they're gonna put gold around him just to kind of keep him quiet for a little bit. Yeah. Because of the whole Universal thing situations. Because of course they want Reigns to
be the guy
to reign right now. Yeah. But it's gonna be a good match.
I do too.
It's gonna be an awesome match, because all three guys are awesome. So it's gonna be a really good match.
I'm really looking forward to it. And WrestleMania is shaping up to be a really good pay-per-view. Actually, it's shaping up to be really good this year. So I'm really excited. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Because the other day I watched the WrestleMania of The Rock against Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay.
Because it was celebrating 16 years.
Oh, 16 years. But was it WrestleMania 17?
I think so.
18?
Something 18. Like that. And it's because The Rock put a post. Oh, okay. You guys should go watch it. It's awesome, bro.
It is.
It's an awesome match. The crowd is
so hot,
crazy. Mm-hmm. And that's why The Rock actually put it, because he says that he has never been in a building when the crowd has been that loud. Like he's talking, because it was passing the torch.
Yeah, it was.
It was passing the torch,
and everybody was for Hogan, and Hogan was supposed to be the heel.
Everybody was for Hogan. It was a good match. I just wanted to mention that, because I watched the whole thing the other day on the WWE Network. Hey, and it was awesome though. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's such an awesome match. But we are here next week again for another The Below Average Wrestling podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. And John, anything else?
No, that's it, man. See you guys next week. This is Jonathan, and I'm out.
This is Mike. See you.